time to pick out what I'm gonna grow in 2023.
Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Rachel. If you're new here, welcome. This is a wonderful first video for you to start with because today I'm going to pick out all the seeds that I'm gonna grow in my spring and summer garden, because coming up in just a few weeks, I'm gonna have to start the vast majority of seeds indoors for the coming garden season. As I'm going through and picking stuff out, I'm going to be pointing out all the varieties that I'm planning on growing to you guys and talking about some of my favorites and why I continue to grow them year after year. Also, if you weren't aware, I am running a seed giveaway right now, and a comment on this video will enter you in that seed giveaway. But if you want to learn more, I'll go ahead and link it up here for you guys to check out if you haven't seen that video yet. I think what's going to happen is that this is going to end up being a two-part series. So I think I'm going to talk about what seeds I'm growing here, and then in the next video I want to talk to you guys about how I'm taking what I've chosen and actually figuring out how it's going to fit in my garden, because I'm probably going to choose more than can feasibly fit, and so I'm going to have to get creative with how I arrange things to make sure that everything actually gets enough space to grow. Alright, so the first thing that I'm going to look at is tomatoes. This one should be pretty easy. I have a very good idea of what I want. I just got a couple of new seed packets in the mail. I got a Black Beauty tomato and I got a Cherokee Purple tomato. And these two varieties, I've grown Cherokee Purple before. Black Beauty will be new to me. But I'm looking for tomatoes with a super robust flavor with these two, because I want to make really good salsas, and I also want to make sauces that have like a real depth of flavor. These are not sauce tomatoes per se, so I would not be making a sauce fully out of a tomato like this. But I would definitely add a few of these into a batch of sauce to kind of help round out the flavor. That's my thought anyway. I haven't actually tested that. The main tomato I'm going to be growing is the San Marzano. This is San Marzano Lungo number 2, and this is the famous Italian sauce tomato. And I am probably going to also be growing the Amish paste tomato. Both of these two together are really great for sauces. There are some pros and cons between the two. I would say that these ones, they're definitely bigger. There's more meat per tomato, but they are more prone to cracking around the top than these ones. These ones are smaller. They're definitely very low on seeds, very high on flesh, not super watery to begin with, which makes them great for sauce. And they don't crack as much on the top as these ones do, but they are smaller. So like a plant side by side of each of these, you might get more weight of this one than this one. I also got this one new this year. This is the Pink Fang tomato. It looks a lot like the San Marzano to me, but it's supposed to have a different flavor, so I think I might also plant this one. So that will bring me up to 5 tomato varieties for the year, and I think that's quite enough for me. I would love to get into using more tomatoes. I want to can more sauce. I want to can more diced tomatoes this year. I did a ton of salsa this last year, and I think I might have overdid it just a little bit. So I'm gonna step back on that and make up for the extra volume with other canned tomato products. And I am trying to make sun-dried tomatoes this year. Last year, you might have heard me mention that I did some dehydrated tomatoes, and the flavor just it wasn't quite right. You know, there wasn't a lot of flavor there. And when you buy sun-dried tomatoes from the store, there's this tanginess there, and I was not getting that with these. So I looked up how somebody in Italy would do it, and it seems to me like the actual sun drying process over several days with some salt is actually a mini fermentation, which gives a little bit more of that tangy taste. So I'm definitely going to be trying that this year instead of just shoving some tomatoes in the dehydrator. All right, next we're gonna look at sweet peppers. I really love roasted red pepper, and I love using peppers just for snacking. So I'm looking for big roasters. I'm probably gonna try growing this one again. I think it's pronounced Etuda, big and orange. I have some Edgevarsky seeds, some bought and some saved. Definitely growing this one. This is my number one sweet pepper recommendation. This pepper is really large, it's really prolific, it's got really thick walls, and the fact that it is a straight sweet pepper instead of the bell type with that bottom means that when you roast them, you can actually get all of the skin off really easy. It comes off almost in like one go, whereas with the way the bell-shaped ones are on the bottom, those little ridges don't get heated quite as much when you roast them, and so usually picking the skin out of those areas is just kind of a pain. So these, number one recommendation for that. What else do I have? I really loved the Lesa pepper. I think it's really beautiful. I haven't bought seeds for it since this first time, but I've saved seeds for it. Last year, I regrew saved seeds, and the plants were kind of weak looking. So I don't know if it's actually worth it for me to try growing that one this year. I might just go for either the California Wonder or this Dew d'Espagne. They're both more bell types. This one I think is a little bigger, but this one has a little bit more disease resistance and grows a little faster. So I'll put both of those in the basket. I want to plant a ton of Edgevarsky mostly because that one's just really, really good and solid as a pepper type. I don't plant snacking peppers so much because I just really like the meatiness of the thicker, larger peppers. And to me, just biting into a thin-walled snacking pepper isn't quite worth it. All right, hot peppers. Now, this one, I am gonna have to stop myself from choosing all of them because I'm not a big spicy person. I'm really not. But I'm just entranced by all the different kinds of like seasonings and spices that I can make from hot peppers. And something really interesting that I don't know if a lot of you would know about is there's like several different types of peppers. They're all under one, I can never remember if it's like genus or family, but like there's capsicum, which is peppers, and then most peppers are capsicum annuum, that second one. Maybe that's, I don't know if that's species, family, genus, I don't know. But capsicum annuum is what most of the peppers that you grow are, most bell peppers. But there's two other types of peppers that you might run into, especially when you're looking at hot peppers, and that is capsicum fructens and capsicum baccatum. Capsicum fructens is what Tabasco is, and Thai chili peppers, those ones that stick straight up, those are capsicum fructens. And they tend to have a different overall flavor profile than capsicum annuum in general. And it's the same for capsicum baccatum. So what I've been doing is I've been trying to collect different ones from the fructens and the baccatum families, and like just get different types of peppers in my garden. And then of course I have to grow all of the standard cayennes and serranos and all of that. So I end up with a ton of hot peppers, and like I don't eat them all. I make some sauces. I might make chili oil this year on the recommendation of a good friend of mine. But let's just look at what we got. I got Sugar Rush Peach again this year. I've made powder from this in the past, and people really, really like it. So I'm gonna make that one again. I got aji charpita, which is this teeny tiny little pepper. These are about the size of like the tip of your pinky, or maybe just slightly bigger. They're really tiny. They're pretty spicy, and they're supposed to be very fruity. These are actually called, I'm just noticing, capsicum Chinese, which I haven't seen before. So that is very interesting. And then I've got some Oda pepper seeds. These were given to me in a seed swap, and the first year I grew these, I made a powder from them, and it was the favorite pepper powder that all of my friends had. I tried to grow them again last year, and my peppers really struggled, and I got like 2 Oda peppers. So I'm going to have to try again this year, and I'm going to have to keep trying until I run out of seeds and make sure I save seeds if they are successful, because like everybody loves these. I have 3 different cayenne varieties. I had these are my older ones that I've been growing, and then I got some new ones from Turtle Tree Seed, which, by the way, this company sent me a seed catalog in the mail, and I thought it was so cute and so interesting. They had a history of biodynamics in the front of it, and I didn't actually realize that the way that I was growing was called biodynamics until like very recently. I did not realize that growing with the ecosystem and taking into account all of the different life that goes into producing healthy plants had a name. So I guess I'm a biodynamic grower, but this company seems really solid, so I would recommend them. And then I got from True Love Seeds this Carolina cayenne pepper. This one is farmed directly in southern Appalachia, which means it'll be really well adjusted for my area. So I think I might just grow these ones this year and see how well they do. If they do better than some of the more standard ones that tend to be grown in northern climates. All right, and so I also have some more new ones. This is, I'm gonna probably say this wrong, but I'm gonna try really hard. Guajillo. This one, so what I'm doing with this one and this one, which is Chile de Arbol, which also sometimes called poblano, or no, these ones aren't poblano. One of the ones I have is poblano. Both of these go in chili powder. Like these are the types of peppers that usually go into chili powder. I'm trying to make my own like really, really nice chili powder blend, which is why I'm collecting some peppers like these. So these definitely have to get grown. I got some more Buena Mulata seeds. I've been growing these since the first year I started growing hot peppers. They are really beautiful. They go from this purple color to orange when they're ripened. And I live near to Clemson, and Clemson colors are orange and purple, so it's kind of like a Clemson pepper. I got more fish pepper seeds because I had run out. These are one of the prettiest peppers I've ever grown. The leaves are variegated green and white, and then the peppers are striped kind of like candy canes. They're very cute. They're also a really like good mid-level spice for like daily use. I have here Malawi picante seeds. Some people call these peppadew peppers. I grew these this past year. Oh, Draco baby. You want to come up here? The baby needs attention. Okay. How do we keep you out of the seeds? All right, here we go. Mwah. All right, so Malawi picante peppadews. I grew these last year, and I grew them specifically for my friend Krista because she loves peppadew peppers and the unique way that they are preserved. So I did that, made some. They were awesome. So I think I'm gonna grow some more. I forgot to save seeds last year, so I have to save seeds this year. What else? I have Tabasco, of course. I got some fresher seeds. have to grow Tabasco. I make sauce every year. This is one of the newer interesting ones I got. Trepadera Werner. This is capsicum baccatum. This is the first one I've got that's baccatum. And it says that this is a wild Brazilian pepper with upper and mid-level heat and sweet balance. So I don't know, they were really neat. So I really want to grow them. I also have fresh seeds for the Anaheim pepper. Looks like this. It is a longer pepper and it is mild spicy. So they're really, really good for slicing open and pulling the seeds out of, and then stuffing a cheese stick inside and frying it up like a little jalapeno popper, but less spicy. They're really, really great for that. They have a lovely flavor. So I'm gonna add those to the stack. I've got serrano seeds, but I don't know if I really need to grow those. Here we go. Ancho Rojo. This one is Poblano, I believe. This one also gotta grow this year. And then I also found the Korean Honggochu pepper. I do use gochujang, and so I thought it might be really neat to make some of my own. So that's already like, I don't know, 20 different hot peppers, and we're not even all the way through this. Let's see, I could grow paprika. I really want to. We'll see if we can fit that in. Shishito. Turns out those aren't really my thing. Banana pino. I did get new seeds for that this year. These are from the Experimental Farm Network. I've really liked these as like a jalapeno replacement. So I think I'm gonna have to grow those. Oh, are you done being on my lap, Betty? Ah, you done being on my lap? Okay, here we go. Okay, and then, yeah, that's about it. So I'm growing almost all of my hot peppers. Look at this. This is insane. We'll see how it goes. Catch me in the next video trying to figure out where in my garden these are gonna go. Alright, so pole beans. As far as beans go this year, I think I'm just gonna grow pole beans. Just because bush beans take up a lot of space for only like a little bit of production. Bush beans are nice because they'll produce everything like all at once. And so if you're canning or whatever, it's very easy to get a huge harvest in and do like a lot of canning. But I really like that pole beans don't do that because I do like to eat them fresh. And they also take up way less like ground space. I usually grow pole beans intermittent with my tomatoes. So I'm definitely growing my blue cocoa or purple potted pole beans. I've been calling it a lot. This one is the one that you saw that produced really well this past year, and it is also the one that I'm giving away my home saved seeds for in the seed giveaway. So definitely growing that, and of course I have to grow noodle beans. Like, my garden would not be complete without noodle beans at this point. And these other varieties I'm like not a huge fan of, so I think I'm just gonna go with my two favorites this year. They're really great, really reliable producers, and I don't have the space really to experiment with a lot of beans. Okay, what else do we need to look at? Cucumbers. So I did get new cucumber seeds. I got the Armenian yard-long cucumber for this year. I really have been enjoying the pickles that I made, and my friends really enjoy the pickles that I make. And the yard-long cucumber will make more cucumber for my space than the short pickling cucumbers that I've been using. And these actually, they're not genetically cucumbers, they're genetically melons. So I'm going to be really interested to see how these turn out. I might also add in a second variety here. I've had this Bayet Alpha for a year, and I don't remember if I planted any last year, but I might also do this one. The rest of these, I have some really cool varieties, but I want to try new stuff this year. So let's go with just these two. So the last few years I've grown eggplant, I've only grown 2 varieties. I've grown Antiqua and I've grown Nagasaki Long. Antiqua is the purple and white stripy one that I have, and the Nagasaki Long is the darker, longer one. And those have been really great. I like that their skin is really soft. You can eat the whole skin and all. No peeling required. But they are kind of like on the small, skinny side of eggplants. And this past year, I really got into roasting eggplant to make baba ganoush and to make ivar, which is like a Serbian roasted red pepper eggplant sauce. But I did get 2 different new eggplants this year. I got Kamo and Aswad, and these are fatter, which I think will make them better for roasting. I also got Chinese string eggplant. So I think I'm going to do one of these. These are supposed to be good enough to eat raw when they're little, which is very interesting to me. I think I'm going to skip on the Nagasaki Long this year and then still grow Antiqua, my old favorite. I do need to save seeds from this. I am almost out. I said this last year, but I do really need to be better about saving seeds. Because I was looking actually on the website to get more seeds like this, and I can't find them. So, definitely got to be saving those seeds. And what is this? Oh, this looks very similar to that. I think I might have gotten this in the at the end of the summer. I forgot about that. These 2 look almost exactly the same. So I'm gonna have to take a look and choose probably just one of these 2. Okay, so additionally, I've got to look for spring stuff. This is stuff that I'm planting out before the last frost. So I'm also looking at cold hardy things. And one of those things is peas. These are all dwarf peas. I think I've got this Tom Thumb pea. I think I might plant this intermittent around some of the other stuff that I put out there for the spring. They're little plants, and if I have to pull them up when I need to plant other stuff out, I'm not going to be too sad about that. I do have, I have other peas in here. These are the non-dwarf peas. Oh yeah, I got the blue butterfly pea. Very, very excited about this. The flowers make a really pretty blue tea. Let's see, Sugar Daddy, Sugar Magnolia, Tall Telephone, and Magnolia Blossom Tendril. I have been going, I think, with the Tall Telephone and the Sugar Magnolia Tendril, just because they're both tall and I have a whole space of trellis for them. So I'll probably do those 2 outside again. Those are the 2 varieties that I planted for fall that never produced, but I think it was just like a weird weather thing. Okay, keep going through this one. We have carrots. So I really, really want to get carrots right. I am going to try again and plant some spring carrots. And as far as varieties go, I don't know, really. I think I might do like a whole mix of these and see what grows. I have right here, what all do I have? I have a Shin Kuroda. Shin Kuroda. This one is Cosmic Purple. And then I have this one from Experimental Farm Network that is also a purple carrot. I got Purple Dragon carrot and a seed swap. These are coral carrots. Long Rouge Song carrots. Some baby little Parisian round ones. And then I do also have parsnips, which I could plant. These take forever though, 100 to 110 days. I don't know if these will have time. Those are probably more of a fall thing. But in here, I think I might do Shin Kuroda. This one is heat resistant, so it'll be a good one for spring because it warms up pretty quick here. Let's see, coral. Good for heavy soil. Yeah, that's probably why I got it, because I do have clay. But those are both orange. Maybe I will do an orange one and a purple one so that I don't have to label my rows. I kind of like to do that to myself. I'm really bad about labeling what I plant. I do have a notebook where I try and note it, but even that sometimes I don't really keep up with. And I have like stacks and stacks of empty seed packets on my desk to remind me like what varieties I might have put out in the garden. Let's see, should we look at winter squash? If you've never grown winter squash before, contrary to the name, they are grown during the summer for eating during the winter because they store well. I do not have very much space for vining stuff, but I do really want pie pumpkins, and I really want butternut squash. I tried these last year and didn't quite get production from them, so I'm gonna try again this year. Okay, what else do we have? Lettuce. Lettuce can be grown in the spring for sure and into summer. I think I have some varieties that are particularly bolting resistant, heat resistant. Lettuce, if you grow it and it gets too hot, it'll just go to seed and the leaves will get bitter. So this one tolerates heat better than most butterhead types, so we'll put that one out. This one withstands hot, dry conditions and light frosts better than other varieties. Great. I'm doing a great job picking these previous, Rachel. This one I actually have seeds started for right now. This is called outrageous lettuce. It is the first lettuce grown in space by NASA. I mean, that's neat. Maybe I'll plant more of that. Let's see, I don't want that one. And then I have a couple of mix packets that were just thank yous. Maybe I'll keep one of these out and just sow those and see what comes up. I've got spinach out planted right now that's sprouting. Radishes would be a great one for spring. I really like the early scarlet globe. And then the Chinese red meat radish. I keep trying to grow that and I still haven't successfully harvested one. Let's also look at turnips. I definitely want some white lady turnips. These are the same ones that I'm giving away in my seed giveaway. These are also white lady, I think. And then I have Hida Benny, which I remember really wanting to grow, but I'll have to look up why. This is the original seed stock for those white ladies, by the way. This is from Plant Good Seed. And I think that is all that I really want to grow as far as roots. It's too late for rutabagas. I would need more time, I think. Okay. So, purple lettuce. Gotta have purple lettuce. I really love Merlot lettuce, but I think I might go for Marvel of Four Seasons instead, because it's supposed to be really great for all the seasons. Heat and cold tolerance for extended growing season. We love to see that. So that is probably the only one I'm going to take from here. I've got kale already started. Fava beans, I need to try again. All of my fava beans died in that weird, really cold night that we had. I've got Aqua Dolce and Broad Windsor, and then these are some that I saved from the last time that I grew them. So I'll probably put all of these out in the garden. very soon, actually. I need to look at exactly when I need to do that. Sunflowers. Oh man. Okay, this one is simply called Tall Sunflower. It was a free seed variety. Mammoth sunflower. I think I definitely have to grow that. This one is Mammoth Russian. Might also grow that one. I really, really loved my Evening Sun sunflowers the first year that I grew them. So I think we'll put those in. And maybe also this Ruby Eclipse sunflower. I also don't know where I'm putting these sunflowers, but I really, really like them. And they seem to be a good trap crop for leaf-footed bugs. Those are those black bugs that like kind of have like good feet for sticking to leaves. And they all go straight to the sunflowers and leave my tomatoes alone. Basil, gotta have basil. This one is a Thai basil that I got from a friend, so I'm definitely planting that one. Lemon basil, I love to have that every year. I love to have purple basil every year. Cinnamon basil, also one of my favorites. It is not great for like normal things you would use basil for, but it is amazing as like a fresh basil tea, and it goes really well in Asian food. I probably won't grow lettuce leaf basil this year. I would love to get some lime basil. I think I might try again. It tends to be a really weak plant. The germination is low. It's not very hardy looking. I've never gotten one to get bigger than this, but I don't know. Might as well try. And then I've got Emily basil, which is just a really standard, like sweet basil for normal basil things. So we're gonna do all of those. This past year I put up a ton of frozen pesto from just the Emily basil and the purple basil. I think, let's see, I made like cubes, like those big cubes, and froze them, and I put those in gallon Ziplocs, and I think I had 3 or 4 full gallon Ziplocs after I had given away everything that I wanted to give away. Corn, definitely doing some corn. This past year I grew some red corn that popped really well. That is this stuff. And I was really curious if it was anything like strawberry popcorn. So I did get some actual strawberry popcorn seeds, and I'm going to try and grow these this year and see how those turn out. And I also got standard popcorn corn seeds. So I think I'm going to be growing both of these. And I do also, so the way I got this red stuff is a few of the cobs I grew one year had red kernels. And I separated them out by color, and I replanted only the red ones, and I got red back. Some of the ones from that year were also purple. I think it would be super cool to have purple corn. So I think I'm also going to grow these. And the way that I'm going to do these 3 different kinds of corn is I'm going to plant them in 3 different spots, because corn cross-pollinates with itself really easily. And every single little silk that comes out of a corn, it connects to a kernel, and that specific silk gets pollinated, and that's how that specific kernel is made. And so you can have really mottled looking corn if you have a bunch of different varieties growing close to each other, because they'll cross-pollinate with each other, and each kernel might get something different. So these are going to have to be grown in separate areas. But I think it's worth it because they all seem really cool. Alright, what else do we have? I don't think I have time to start any big brassicas, cauliflower, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, kohlrabi, summer squash though. I grow golden acorn squash every year. I really like it. We're gonna grow that again. And some viewers have sent me seeds for mashed potato squash and avocado squash. So I think I absolutely have to try those this year. Okay. Now I think we're moving on to flowers and herbs. And I can already see that this is going to be kind of a long video, but that's what we're here for. We're here for every single variety of every single thing that I'm growing. So I have this very generic flower box. Let's see what's in here. Milkweed. I feel conflicted about milkweed. It is really, really good for monarchs. It is like the thing that monarchs need, but it is also really like bad for your skin. Like if you get the sap on you, it can be really irritating. So I don't know if I really want to get that started in my yard. I got calendula, which I absolutely want to grow this year. This is lemon bee balm. I have a bee balm plant that I started last year, and those are supposed to be perennial, so we'll see if that one comes back. I also got cosmos and grape poppy seeds. So both of those I'm pretty excited to grow. I've never grown either of those types of flower before. And I also have my generic herb box, which just has jade in it. And I bought that on a whim. I don't remember why, because I don't know anything about growing jade. Oh, look at this rainbow. It is about to be rainbow hour in my house. I have these sun catchers that that make rainbows on the wall. Like if I move, you can see it'll go up the wall behind me. I can link to where I got them. Well, I didn't get them; they were a gift to me. But I can link to where you can get them on Amazon, because they're really lovely and they add so much happiness to my life. I'm definitely growing nasturtiums this year. I have my regular ones, and then I also have some variegated ones that I got for this year. Nasturtiums are gorgeous. Nasturtiums are also edible. They're a really lovely edible flower to add to your salads to look impressive. Marigolds. I think I'm going to grow a crap ton of marigolds this year. I tried starting a lot from seed last year, and I don't think I started them soon enough. So a lot of them died when I transplanted them. But I think I'm going to try all of these different varieties. Zinnias. I saved a lot of seeds from what I grew this year, and I really liked what I did with interplanting zinnias with hot pepper plants. So I think I'm definitely going to do that again. I have a ton of saved seeds. It's not actually that much. I just didn't clean out the seeds from all of the chaff. But I think I'm just going to grow a lot of those. Let's see, the Sexo stevia. I have some of that growing already. Culinary herbs. I definitely need to grow dill this year. Did not get some going last year. I've been trying to grow cumin because I use so much cumin in my cooking. I have not been successful yet, but I'm gonna keep trying that. I bought some Greek oregano. Excuse me. I bought some Greek oregano seeds this year. They are teeny tiny. Like you can't even really see them. They're so tiny. I think I'm definitely gonna try growing some of that this year. I have cilantro seeds, which are a cool weather thing. Yeah, I might need to start more of that. I also have black cumin, nutmeg flower, black cumin seeds. These go really great, and I use them for basmati aromatic rice. They're really great. I got fenugreek seeds. I have not grown these before, but I want to. And chives, of course. Okay, and we've got medicinal roots. The only thing I have in here right now is marshmallow. Been trying to get this started for a couple years now, and the best start that I had on a plant was actually the year that I moved from my old place to here, and they just did not get put in the ground in time and didn't do well. I've got some mint seeds. I have peppermint, catnip, and rose mint. I did just tear out my regular mint plant from beside the walkway, and I might start some of these in pots this year. Yeah, I think I might try all of these. I might also get another variety or two of mint. I don't know what I want yet, but I want some interesting things. And then I have flowering herbs. I've got chamomile and I think lavender in here. I definitely need to get chamomile started soon. And then lavender I already have growing, so I don't need more of that. All right, guys. This is a lot. This is gonna be a lot to grow. I'm super excited though. If you haven't gotten your seeds yet for this year, I recommend going online and looking at that now, because as we get closer and closer to spring, a lot of seed companies are going to start selling out. So get the varieties you want, get them now. And I will see you in the next video where I talk about how the heck I'm going to fit all of this into my garden. I have a pretty big garden, but it's not this big. I'm gonna have to make some very interesting choices. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, I really appreciate all of you who support me. I do have a Patreon if you want to support me with your money as well. I'll link that below. You can get some of these cute stickers that I have. This one on here is actually my favorite. All my stickers are Patreon exclusive right now. But this one right here, this isn't even my final form. That's one of mine. There's this one here, which is me. And these are all designed by my friend, Casey Pierce. We have a Cada sticker here. And then this one is also one of mine. This is for the Tipsy garden tours. So you can get those exclusively through my Patreon. Every single tier will earn a new sticker every 3 months, and I'm trying to get different artists to come in and do a year's worth of stickers, so 4 stickers a year from each artist, and switch those out for you guys. Yeah, thank you guys so much for your support, and I'm really looking forward to the new gardening season. So until next time, happy gardening.